Welcome to Wrestling Brothers Breakdown.
We're brothers.
Who like wrestling? Oh yeah. We need like
What's
macho.
on the show? What's on the show for today?
I need a Macho Man sound effect saying, "Oh,
Oh
yeah." On the show today, this is WrestleDream. We will talk WrestleDream results, reviews, and rankings, all that fun stuff. We did not, unfortunately, get a preview show put up, but I did put it on our X account. We posted our picks. Sometimes life is busy, and Brad thinks he needs to move houses or something, and and his internet keeps getting cut.
Oh yes, once again, shout out to AT&T. You're never going to be our sponsors because you keep cutting my Google Fiber internet. Ugh. Get some better diggers, man. Like, come on. Like, why does this keep happening?
You said it's supposed to be unshout out, yeah.
Yeah, unshout out, dis, whatever. Sorry, AT&T, you can't be our sponsors because I got beef with y'all.
Yes, so if you want to sponsor us, don't be jerkwads.
And cut my internet, please. Don't do it.
We do like food. So we'll go ahead and get the numbers out of the way. All the updated numbers have been updated below and above us. We'll talk the dashing takes and bold takes later. And
it's good numbers.
For the numbers, so Brad went 6-3 for WrestleDream. I went 5-4. So Brad now is
and new. I told you I'd get it. I just didn't know when.
So I'll take the belt away from me and
all it took was Tacoma, Washington.
Pop it over to you.
WrestleDream.
Congrats, Brad. Finally holds two belts at once.
Two.
Finally, he imitates his older brother who has held both belts before.
Yeah, but I had WWE first, so I'm more of that guy. So this means more because that's my jam, and so
I will win them back very soon.
I'm stomping into your territory now.
Very soon. I blame Freddie Prinze Jr. and his wrestling podcast. I went with a bunch of his picks because I was like, those sound pretty.
I got better dirt sheets apparently.
Yeah, my dirt sheets were not good this time. So
did you update bold takes?
I updated the bold takes. Yep, for Bad Blood and WrestleDream in there. So.
Yep, mine failed. It was bad. Yep. It was bad.
My dashing take failed too.
Bobby Lashley did not return. I was just waiting. But we'll talk about some other returns.
Yeah. Supposedly he signed with them, but I don't know.
Mm.
But then the dirt sheets also said Lucha Bros went to WWE, and they're still not there yet. So
Lucha.
All right, so let's jump into it.
First match, we had the Mr. Was that Jay White versus
Adam Page versus Jay White?
Yes, it was a good opening match. I gave it a solid. I really liked it. 4 out of 5. I thought they kind of slowed down a little bit to, not oversell the moves, but actually get and do some storytelling. And man, was it Adam Page's just rage, dude? I love that.
Oh yeah, I like his character that he's on the unhinged, love that. Going crazy. I did not pay much attention to this when I watched it. I don't remember why, but I must have been doing something. But yeah, I only notes I wrote down was 3 stars, so it was a good match.
I don't remember who did it. I wrote Dead Eye move. That was just some of these moves. I'm like, I don't even know I have to rewatch it.
Yeah,
and see what they call it. I'm like,
mad.
That's pretty cool. Or go watch the highlights like the next day, and I'm like, I liked it. So I thought it was a good, solid opening match. Crowd seemed to be, in it for the most part. It seemed like a pretty good opening match. So I liked it. I enjoyed it.
We both picked it wrong, but
we both picked it wrong.
We both picked Adam Page to win, and Jay White won. So
well, that rage ain't gonna win you all the time.
Yep.
Do you good? So it is what it is. So we both start out 0-1. Good start. Good start.
Second match was Women's World Championship.
Yeah.
Mariah May versus Willow. All I wrote down was that this was a decent women's match, and it was 3 stars. I gotta get better at taking notes. I don't take good notes all the time.
I gave it a 3 point. I do my decimal points because math and all that. I gave it a 3.75. Being the only women's match on the card, I thought it was really good. What moves I write down? I wrote down the Hurricane Rana from the top looked pretty good. I have to go watch the move again. It's called Storm Zero, and I just put LOL after it. So it must have been funny or just not even really that good.
She's copying Tony Storm's little fast mini pile driver move.
I think so.
That's Tony Storm's finisher, and I don't think it's an impressive move by anybody who does it. So
probably why I wrote LOL. And I was like, well, that's pretty funny to me. But
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good match. I mean, it was entertaining. Nightingale, man, she just seems pretty solid. Like,
Yep, she's decent. She's got a decent
just
character too, and she's had some mid card championships. So if she can keep on building, she'll be fine, and she'll be around for a while, I think.
yeah, I thought for being the only women's match, it was pretty good. Like nothing, not like knocked it out of the park, but not just, awful. Like want to go walk away and not watch it or anything. So
Right.
I thought it was pretty good.
Very cool. Well,
What do we both get that right or both pick?
we both picked Mariah May to retain. So yes, we both got that one right.
Yep.
Next up
Ye-
was Jack Perry versus Shibata,
Shibata.
Japanese guy.
I love the.
You picked Shibata to win. I picked Jack Perry to retain. I was like, he's kind of on a mean streak with the EVPs and stuff, and I don't see them changing that title anytime soon. Right now, it's kind of good where it's at, and he made the belt all blackened and looking cool.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to stay with him for a while on the TNT championship.
Did he retain it? Were you right on that one?
Yeah, I got that one right, and you got that one
Uh,
wrong.
Man, Shibata no selling the kicks. He's just like nothing. I was like, this is great. I love it.
Yeah, I gave
So
it 4 stars. I thought it was a pretty decent match.
I gave it 3.5. I was like, there's good storytelling, but it's a little, short action, short bursts of just, oh, cool. And then it's like, okay, now let's slow it down and do some storytelling and, the psychological stuff, a little slow. So I was like, 3.5, but still, I mean, Shibata's probably starting to become one of my more favorite wrestlers on.
I was impressed with both by him and by Takeshita. I was like, oh man, the Japanese guys, because I don't know all the Japanese guys that well. I know some of them that are on AEW, but I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not big on the Japanese style as much as I like lucha style from Mexico. But they both did very well in their matches, and I was like, okay, they're a little bit better than I thought they would be. So I was impressed with both of them.
Ooh, I found more notes. I have to slide on my sticky notes or my pictures I took. The suplex onto the ring edge looked painful. Just
Oh yeah,
landed on the, I don't know, it's kidney or whatever, and didn't, how was it? I said interesting ending with submission, but it was, oh yeah, they put him in the submission, but he got the pin.
oh yeah, like he made a
Instead,
mistake.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I don't like that referee.
yeah.
He makes mistakes or is slow to get to the count, and he's a lot of
We
people
know
don't
a
like
thing
him.
or two about slow referees, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
I thought right
One
after
thing,
this match was when the pay per view started to pick up, because then it was like, okay, these are just matches, but then some storytelling started to come in. So Daniel Garcia comes out after this match. He's come back after a little bit of a break. He was starting to get a good build for a while, and then he was like, is he going to stay? Is he not going to stay with AEW?
that's I was like, Dana Garcia, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm like, who is this
He's got
guy?
good potential, like right on the edge of kind of blowing up or needing a push, and
Hmm.
he's entertaining. He can do good emotional stuff. He had a big feud, not a big feud, a little feud with MJF for like
Okay.
2 weeks, and then he kind of went away. And then that's why MJF came out right after him. I'm a huge MJF mark.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if he's heel or babyface. He plays the crowd. He does it all well. He wrestles
The
well.
Seattle Supersonics
Yeah.
comment. I was like, oh, this is so great. I was
Yes.
like, I love it.
I love he'll go for the cheap heat. Started us some up with Daniel Garcia, and then finally after
Adam
like what
Cole,
9 months,
baby.
yeah, boom, Adam Cole
He's been
pop
out for
comes
that
back.
long.
He broke his ankle or foot like jumping off the ring to the floor. It was just one of those freak accident breaks.
Yeah. I loved when those two worked together, but let's be honest. Adam Cole's the bad guy, right? In that, I think so. MJF was the good guy, I think, but then he had to go
Oh yeah,
bad.
Adam
So I
Cole's
went,
the one who turned. I mean, you know it was gonna happen anyways. But the brochacho last summer stuff, that was awesome. The best friends.
oh man, that
But
was
yeah, Adam
great.
Cole can be a good heel. MJF can do both, and he can switch week to week, and everybody still likes him.
It was great. Yeah, he's probably got to be number one on my favorite for AEW. But we'll
MJF
talk about the
or
other
Adam
favorite
Cole.
guy, but yeah,
Which one's your
MJ.
favorite? MJF, yeah, I like
Okay.
MJF a lot. I really liked his
Okay.
championship run because he was such a dirtbag. I love when there's heel champs.
Oh man.
All right.
Next, I
Next
think
up
I bet
was
is
next
it
up
your match of the night? The internet. I want to say intercontinental so bad, but
International Championship.
international championship.
I would say match of the night easily. I gave it 5 stars.
I gave it 4.5 because the ending. I wasn't a big fan of the
I
ending.
didn't like the ending either, but I can't hold that against it. I was like, this was. I wrote amazing match. I wrote
Tesh.
Japanese guy. Takeshita was way more impressive than I thought. I did not
Oh
like
yeah.
the finish with Don Callis and them, but it
Hmm.
works for the storyline of them making the Don Callis family look big and strong, and Takeshita look strong.
Hmm.
Doesn't make Osprey look weak, because they cheated to pin him. They didn't win clean. It wasn't a
Yeah.
clean pin. Ricochet looked awesome as always. He's biding his time, just building up. Hey, look what I can do. Me and Osprey can do
Hmm.
amazing things together. I think
Oh
they'd
yeah.
be crazy tag team, good tag team.
Some high flyers. Yeah. My first two words were holy crap. Like that was just amazing. What was it? A clothesline into I call it the Cody cutter because of Cody
It's
Rhodes,
called
but the
the
clothesline
Osprey
in,
cutter or the Oz
yeah,
cutter.
that was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh. And then Ricochet off the top rope after that, and then
Then you go to a
man,
table that went through a table on the outside too.
yeah,
Yeah, there was a bunch of good high flying stuff.
it was amazing. Like stuff that we hardly ever saw growing up, and now it's just like that's normal for them. It's just
Yeah,
all that, and you're like, oh my gosh,
I
that's
really liked
crazy.
it. I'm bummed that Osprey lost his belt. I like Osprey. I think he does good with the international championship, but
And his intros looking like
I
Assassin's Creed character every time. I'm just like, dude, this is really cool.
I like his theme song too. So I like Osprey
Yeah.
a lot. He's probably him and MJF are probably my two favorite in AEW's. Or if it's say like who's the best professional wrestler in the world, like just skill wise, I'd say Osprey's up there in the top three conversation.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, it was a really good match. It was very, very entertaining.
Yeah. So was the next one, Hologram versus Mortos, the Beast.
Yes, the characters.
I gave this one a 4 stars because it was. I wrote for a filler match, like your bathroom break match. This was actually
Uh-huh.
really good and entertaining. Like this is the match when like the match number 5 or 6 or whatever, and like
Yeah,
there's no build up and no belts, no. It's not a grudge. It's like okay, whatever.
just
There's
why
nothing.
not? Whatever Mortar dude is in a hologram. Like I gave it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was pretty good. Crowd seems to like hologram, and I
He's
saw the thing. He's
got
50, or
some
heard the
swell
thing.
behind
He's
him. Yeah,
15-0 now, so
yeah.
it's a new streak.
I don't think he'll
Or
go over forever just because of his outfit, but he is
yeah,
he's the crazy high flyer Mexican guy, and he can do. I wrote what did I write? Hologram is just insane, and Mortos is impressive as well. For a big dude, Mortos could. He was still athletic too, and he did some
yeah,
Hurricane Rana thing or something, and I was like, oh, I
yep.
didn't know he could move like that. I was like, that's impressive.
There was a few. What was it? I wrote few moves just looked super rehearsed. Like they didn't have. I don't know. Maybe all the what's the word I'm looking for? The all the ability to work together and make it look smoothly like
Yeah,
others have. It just. I mean, it is what it is. So I thought still that was a pretty good, decent match.
yeah.
Man, that press slam just looks painful. Like, just looks brutal. Like, I don't want to take that from anybody. I mean, just, mm.
I just want to go to a ring and like play around for 5 minutes and then be like, oh nope, that hurt. I'm done.
Oh, that hurt my hip. I'm out. I'm out. Yep. But hologram's 15-0, so
Yeah,
you only got what
80 more to go to catch up to Goldberg.
172 more to get past Goldberg or something. So I think he can do it. Just that's not my bold take though. That'd be a long time from
Be a
now.
crash
So
and burn. Yeah.
yep, and he's out.
All right. Next up was
Oh
Darby
yeah.
Allin versus Brody King.
Bro, it's like the David and Goliath story, right? Big boy versus little dude.
Yeah, 5'2" versus 6'7". I don't know how tall Darby is, but
Oh man,
small little
just
dude versus humongous dude.
classic. Just big man gets all his chops and hits in, and then little man makes a comeback.
Yep. Oh man, one of the commentators, what did he say? I put it down in quotes, and he said, "Just fling your body to die." And I was like, "Yep, that pretty much describes Darby. He's willing to fling his body anywhere,
Dude.
and I'm surprised he's not dead yet with some of the bumps I've seen him take over the last 2 years." So
His coffin drop move, dude.
out to the
That's
stairs,
crazy.
yeah, that one looked like it would hurt.
The stairs and just I was like, oh my. Like that's his move. I'm
Did
like,
you watch
man.
Revolution earlier in the year when it was him and Sting? Sting's retirement match when he did the flip off the ladder down to the glass on the
Oh
outside.
yeah.
It was a huge bump.
Oh
Darby just does insane bumps.
yeah.
And he got
That's why I want to
ragdolled
see him
around.
and I want
Brody
to see
just
him and
threw him around
like
like crazy.
him and Ricochet and Osprey and just a couple of those just like a fatal four way high flying just
Yeah.
crazy. I gave it a 3.75 out of 5. So I thought it was a really good match. I mean,
I gave it 3 stars.
it was
I
good.
thought it was okay. I don't like seeing Darby get murdered over and over again as part of his match strategy or his move sets. Like
Do
I
something
like that he's
different.
crazy and a high flyer and willing to take risks, but I don't like that he gets beat up or has to do such crazy high bumps every single
Just
time to
yeah.
be a pro wrestler for him.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's just going to end his career super early.
Ooh, tag team. You know I love me some tag team matches on a pay-per-view. Sorry, a PLE,
It's a pay per view. It's
whatever.
AEW.
Finally, a tag team match. I was like, yes,
Yes,
Young
this is the one
Bucks.
that cost me. I really thought that they were going to put Private Party over and push him, which they pushed him
Yeah,
pretty hard, even if they lost. Like, they made him look
they are
really good.
impressive, dude. Like it, all these new tag teams I'm learning about. I'm just like, these are entertaining. This is good. I like
For
them.
yeah, I don't know Private Party that well. I know Isaiah Cassidy, but I can't remember the other guy's name. Like they're not super well known. They've been around since AEW started, but I thought, oh, maybe they're starting to get a good push, and maybe the EVPs are finally going to hand the title off and let them. What was it I heard somebody say? It was like the tag belts are like a way to test somebody out. You give people the tag belts and see can they go pick it up and go and run with the momentum and the push, or are they going to
Hmm.
flounder and fall apart? Like Enzo or whatever.
You talking to me? Soft.
I
Good
saw
stuff.
some. He's wrestling somewhere like under the name Real One.
Real one.
So yeah,
Bada bing, bada
I thought
boom.
Private Party did great. I wish they should have won. They looked like they should have won.
Yeah.
They did awesome job with the Bucks. The Bucks are always awesome. I don't like their characters right now, but that means they're doing a good job. If they're as the
Yep.
bad guys, they make you hate them. So
Yep. I gave
I,
it a 4 out of 5, and was it the gin and juice after what I call I don't know what do they call it, a poetry in motion. Um, that combination was just I'm going to go back and watch that move again, but they called it the gin and juice after they did their version of the poetry in motion. It was just
I don't. What's
amazing.
that? I don't remember it.
I don't off the top of my head, this is what I wrote. Gin and juice after poetry in motion was amazing.
Ah, cool.
So
I gave it 4 stars as well. I thought it was good. The only thing I don't understand the storyline for the tag belts right now and letting the EVPs just hold it and they're not defending it very often. I know there's some more gung ho. There's some great tag division.
you know, the fighting champion.
Yeah, I like fighting champions and give FTR another run. Give the acclaimed another run. I don't care. You know, there's a
Ricochet and Darby Allin. No, I'm just kidding.
Ricochet and Osprey, or whoever. Or
Yep.
did you see the match a week or two ago with it was Osprey and Kyle Fletcher? I not known a ton about Kyle Fletcher, and he's impressive too. The Mark Briscoe and Chris Jericho match.
Oh, going back to I wrote in my notes, I saw it. The ref hit the three and then
Oh yeah, there was a
he kicked
botch
out.
on the
That
count.
was the botch. Yeah, I was like, 1, 2, 2 count. And they're like, what? You hit the mat 3 times. Like
Yeah,
that does
there was a botch on that. Just like the other one we went to the other night, there was a botch on the count.
and I was like, wait, what? Even the commentators are like, did he hit three, right?
Yeah,
Or yeah, it's like, wait, what?
it's always good when the commentators have to try to cover it up.
Well, you know.
Maybe not quite or something or
Oh, next was the a learning tree or whatever his new character.
yeah, Chris Jericho versus Mark Briscoe. Yeah, they built up to this for like 2 weeks. Chris Jericho got real personal and started talking about Mark Briscoe's brother,
Yeah,
that
Jay.
died
Yeah,
tragically last year.
yeah, like
So that was sad. I remember watching the
really,
Briscoes wrestle in Ring of Honor and in AEW together. They were a good tag team.
yeah.
There's some good matches, and I think there's one with them and Motor City Machine Guns in AEW. Like, there's some good people who've they just went appeared in WWE too, like this last week. But so yeah, I really thought they were. I was reading something about they were starting to push Chris Jericho's Nueve, and I was like, oh, they're gonna maybe let him run with the belt again just to piss off the internet wrestling community even more. So I was like, I'm gonna go with Jericho to win it because Jericho likes to be on pay-per-views, and but also Jericho's not above putting over younger talent. So
Yeah.
Jericho did the job. Let
I thought he
Mark.
looked good.
I thought it was a good match.
I gave a solid 3.5 out of 5. This is a pretty good match. It was entertaining. I mean,
I gave it 3 stars. Is okay, other than I picked it wrong, so that was
you know.
annoyed about that. Did his people try to interfere? I don't remember.
Yeah, there was that I wrote was it Rusty Romero?
Rocky Romero.
Rocky. I can't read my handwriting. Oh yeah, that is it. Yeah. I gotta
Rusty
read. I gotta
Romero.
learn to write better. Rusty? Who's Rusty? Sorry, Rusty. I mean Rocky. My bad. That's on me.
No, did Big Bill and
Yeah, he fought, and then maybe that was the Rocky Romero,
oh yeah,
and
somebody came out and they fought him off to the back. That's right.
yeah. So, but yeah, still wasn't too bad. It was pretty good.
Yep. Page Jack, Bellingham, Briscoe.
Oh, and then it's time for the main
The
event.
main event. Yes, let's make sure we had all the other ones. The main event. This was probably the most easy pick of the night.
Still my
American
match of the night
Dragon Brian Danielson versus
because of him,
John Moxley.
because of Brian Danielson or Daniel Bryanson or whatever. Yes, whoa, hell, team hell no,
Did I
whatever
say
you
it
want to
wrong
call him.
already? It's Daniel
No, it's Brian Danielson. I wrote it down right.
Brian
I
Daniel.
flipped it.
What did
Usually
I?
you mess it up.
I probably said it wrong.
That
Anyways,
was my match of the night. I gave it 5 stars probably because I'm a sucker for a good story and just
it was a good
I mean
story, and
that's what Brian Danielson is. It's a good story. He plays that underdog.
well, I told you he won the title 3 weeks ago, and he already defended it 5 or 6 times. He was defending it on Dynamite and I think Collision as well. And
And you read that, hey, he can't feel feeling in his legs when he does his yes kicks, and
yeah,
you're
I've been
like,
reading a lot, and I was just like, I know he's broken and needs some time off and needs some surgeries, and so I was like, it's his
I think they'll still
hometown,
wrestle
Seattle. I
some
was like,
more.
he's definitely gonna go out on his shield, and he'll come back and wrestle some one-offs. He'll just be a part timer,
Yeah.
but so it was pretty obvious. I think he was gonna lose. I read that he definitely wanted to lose to Mox. I'm not big on Mox having his fourth reign, but maybe with this new character switch up, they'll make it
Yeah,
interesting.
like that's what I wrote before I even got to the match. Just the video recap, like knowing him for so long and watching him as, I'll say it, Dean Ambrose, it's just like this is a completely different dude.
Yeah. Well, and he's
Like,
he's even changed his style up a little bit since he came to AEW too, and he's taken some breaks. And he was the workhorse champion last year in 2023 when there had a bunch of drama, and he kept it going and skipped vacation. So Mox is a
yeah,
good champion. I don't know what this new where this new story is going, where they're just beating everybody up, and
the Apex, the new
so I'm
Apex are
hoping it
here in
doesn't just turn
Dynamite.
into like a NWO copy paste type thing.
And then
So
join more and more people.
hopefully it won't be like that, but we'll see where it goes and how they play it out. I'm
They were
hoping
still,
that Christian cashes in sometime before Christmas time.
yeah,
They'll that,
maybe when we go to AEW in December
oh
11th or
yes.
whatever.
So yeah, I gave this one 4 stars. It was a good match. I didn't like the beat down afterwards. I was like,
Yeah,
just let him leave, or let him have his send off with the crowd. You don't have to do the whole fake injury angle. Like we already know he's injured. You don't have to like beat him up on
yeah, that
TV
was
so he can
like,
go out.
that's a little much.
But I think Brian likes the attention like that.
Yeah. They're still fighting when the
Sorry,
music was still
Daniel
going.
Bryanson.
That was funny. Like,
Oh yeah, they do that at Blood and Guts sometimes on that, sorry, Anarchy in the Arena match at the
hmm
pay per view. They'll play the song for and let them fight through the song for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it's actually really entertaining. So
it's
yeah, and
hilarious.
then one time the Bucks were like, "Turn that music off. It costs too much money."
Oh, Moxley bit bit what Brian, whatever, like Mike Tyson just went off and bit. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
he
and then
always bites
Brian,
people on the forehead.
I was like, wow,
He does that like every time. And they
I
did not
did
bleed as
not.
much as I thought they would. I thought they would both be bleeding a lot more.
Yeah, I said interesting ending without the pin. I thought, maybe they'll pin him. I don't know, but
Excalibur was crying. He was so sad that Daniel Bryan was
choked him
retiring.
out. Yeah, but I put match of the night 5 out of 5 because of, well, Brian Danielson, because of just who he is and all that. So, and all the history and all that. So,
I do like him. He's got a lot of history. It's a good story. It's a bummer that it had to end so quickly, but I get it.
yeah,
So I do like the story as well. I only gave it a 4 stars. It was good. I'm a sucker for the high flying lucha libre stuff with Osprey and Ricochet, especially when we can get good stories behind it. I'll
yeah.
I'll eat that up all day.
So overall, as a pay-per-view, as they call it for AEW, what do you think?
WrestleDream pay per view. This is only the second year they've had it. They've expanded from 4 pay-per-views to 9, which I'm still not a huge fan of. I liked it when it was just 4 a year versus 9, but I guess I can get
27 that WWE has, it seems
yeah,
like.
that's a tad much too. But I would give it 3 stars. I say it was okay. So it was a good pay per view. Sorry, okay. 4 is good on mine. It was okay. Not my favorite one. Not as good as All In or All Out, but still good.
Yeah, I would agree. Probably, I'd give it a solid 4 stars. There's a lot of good matches. No, just like, oh, I want to go take a break or do any other boring, you know, task than watch wrestling. So,
Yep,
well, that was good.
absolutely. So that's it for AEW Wrestle Dream. Coming up, I'm almost finished the Dynamite to the episode afterwards, but still haven't seen what happens yet. The next pay per view coming up is Crown Jewel, I think, for WWE in like
Ah,
3 weeks.
yes. I'll be moved by then, so I'll be good.
Yeah, and then Crown Jewel, Survivor Series. There's one more for AEW. No, 2 more. There's Full Gear and then World's End. So 2 more this year for AEW and 2 or 3 more for WWE.
So I could end the year with both belts. Man, that'd be a
No, it's a
great
fluke
Christmas
thing.
present
I
to
will definitely
myself.
get the belt backs. Get them both back. I had them both first, so
Wow. Yeah, whatever.
congratulations on picking,
Yay! Acknowledge me. Oh wait, wrong show.
copying other
Wrong thing.
people's picks better than I did.
Hey, that's what we do.
Alrighty, that will do it for today. Always, like always, hit up the
Peace.
socials. Let us know what you think on YouTube. We like the views we get from UK,
England?
America, wherever, India. So the analytics are quite interesting and fun. At
Oh
Wrestling
yeah.
Brothers Breakdown on YouTube, at WB Breakdown Show on X and Instagram, or email us wrestling, just wrestling at
I'll say
Gmail.
Twitter.
Yeah, wrestling, whatever it is, I'll put it up there at Wrestling Brothers Breakdown at gmail.com, something like that. I'm gonna cut that all out because I butchered the hell out of saying freaking email, whatever email. This just
Call the show. Here's our
call.
phone numbers.
Here's a
No.
call in. Yeah, this is spam again.
Let's go to the line. So
All right,
good stuff.
catch everyone later.
See ya.